Hi everybody, this is Kim from Creations by Kim. I want to thank everybody for the requests for the videos for the Create a Critter onesies. A lot of you have said that you've done the fabric painting with one color, but you were more curious as to how I did it with 2 colors or 3. It's really easy. It's probably something that when I do the video and show you, you're going to say, oh, I could have figured that out. She's nothing special, which I'm not. But I want to thank you all for your support and your encouragement and all your positive comments. It made me really feel good. I was very happy. So, okay, the freezer paper technique is not something I'm going to show you in detail because it's not my idea, it's not my technique, so I wouldn't want somebody to think that I was claiming it as my own. I will link a couple of different videos from YouTube. The girls from Everyday Cricket did one. Also, I think Clever Someday did one, so I'll put a couple of those links from YouTube in the post as well. But basically, freezer paper goes shiny side up on the mat, just like this. So right here is a ladybug. I don't think you can see that, but this is a ladybug. This is something that my niece, 13-year-old niece, requested when she saw the onesies. So here's what it looks like when it's first ironed on. And this is all what's called the negative cut. So you have the void spaces in the negative cut here. Here's the bug, here's the words. Okay, that's to do the one solid color. That's not what we're interested in tonight. I think most of you have said that you're interested in seeing how I did the multiple colors. It's actually really easy. Here's a bunny that I put together and let almost dry. So here it is with the one solid color. And forgive me, I'm still getting used to my webcam. This is the first time I've ever used it. So, okay, so here's the bunny with one solid color. So basically, to get the different colors, you put the positive cuts in there and iron them on. For example, I wanted the insides of the ears to be white. So instead of leaving it all open, I took the positive cuts off of the mat. So for the ladybug, the positive cuts would be the circles, because they'll be black. If anybody can see that, I hope you can see that. So the positive cuts would be the little circles that come up and go as black. Okay. So that's what I mean by positive cuts. So on the bunny, it would be these. I'm going to pull these out with my tweezers to show you. Okay, so one of the positive cuts that I'm talking about is it's not quite dry, but that's okay. It's the inside of the ear. So there's the inside of the ear, and we're just going to put that to the side. Same thing on the other ear. So basically what you have now are void spaces or voided areas where there's no color. And that's because the positive cuts were put down. So that's the idea. You just do however many colors you want. It doesn't matter. You just put down those positive cuts, and then after you're done, peel them off, or after it's dry. Again, you need to wait till it's really dry. This isn't really dry. I got a little over-eager. That's okay. Okay, and we'll peel up his nose and mouth, and his cheek, his other cheek. All right, so there it is. And now you can just fill in with whatever colors you want. For his eyes, I'm going to dab a couple of black dots. Or her eyes, I guess I should say her. Okay. So you just fill right in the spaces there. There's a couple of black dots for the eyes. For the nose and mouth, I'm going to use puffy paint. And it's nice. It's got a real narrow squeeze top. So for the cheeks and the nose and mouth, I think I'm going to do red puffy paint. So now I have 3 colors so far: black, red, and pink. So there's the cheeks. And again, for the freezer paper technique, you have to have the cardboard or more freezer paper inside it, which I already did and had taken care of. And the last is going to be the insides of the ears, and I want to make those white. Now the white, I may have to give a second coat later on. At this point, you're just doing almost like you're coloring in a coloring book. And that's all you're doing. It's real easy. So now I have a pink bunny with black eyes, white inside his ears, and a red nose and mouth. And that's the multiple colors. See, I told you it was easy. I told you I was nothing special. It's okay. So there can see that. Now, mine isn't quite dry, but I want to pull up the freezer paper. Another question that was asked was, how do I not get the freezer paper to rip? Yeah, you have to play around with it a little bit. Trust me, I had more than my fair share of frustration with it. But I found that the best setting is 3-3-2. So that means 3 speed, 3 pressure, 3-3-4. 3 speed, 3 pressure, and the bleed housing set at 4. So let me make sure he doesn't, oh yeah, he did run a little. That's okay. Nobody sees that black there. It's okay. All right. And there he is. Now if you want to put a little more white for the whiskers, you could do that too if you want to color in the white for the whiskers. Just go right across. And just dab it. Just like you're coloring in a coloring book. And there it is. Okay. That's it. That's all there is to it. I hope everybody found this helpful. I'm sure everybody probably figured it out by now. For as long as it took me to get this going, I've never used my webcam before tonight, so this is all an experiment, and I hope my voice isn't too garbled. Here, let me just take out the letters just to show you the letters. Okay, now I took out the insides of the letters, and it's all done. All right. Thank you again for all your positive comments and your support, and have a wonderful night.